Everfree Radio.
And now, Everfree Radio presents Stay Brony, my friends, with DustyKatt.
Hi everybody! Welcome to another Monday evening with yours truly, DustyKatt, and Screwball, who's also here. Screwy, you there?
How's it going?
Woohoo! Screwy's here. And we don't have a guest this week. That's why we didn't advertise a guest. Rob Bob was supposed to be here, but his family absconded with him on vacation. He's in Las Vegas right now. Break my heart.
All the slots.
Break my heart. He's in Las Vegas. So, hopefully next week we'll get Rob Bob or somebody and have him talk about all of his animation projects as to what's going on in his life. So, I know that the new Epic Whatever Time is in process. He hasn't even told me about it, so I don't know exactly what he's got going on there. But how's everybody's week? What did you all do last weekend? You know where I was? I was in New Jersey at BronyCon, having the time of my life. It was awesome. If any of you were there, hopefully I met you and shook your hand and took a picture and kissed babies and signed things, because you guys made my whole weekend. It was awesome. Thank you all if you were there and met me. I actually put together a little video, sort of like a vacation video. You know how your mom took all the pictures and put them together in a little, Super 8 movie? Oh, well, you kids are too young for Super 8 movies. But anyway, so I did a little vacation video for you, and I'm going to play it right now. So sit back, relax, have a cider, and watch this.
Never thought I'd feel this way, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you, and if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for good times and bad times, I'll be on your side.
Well, you can't
for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh, that's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Oh, for sure, 'cause I tell you that's what friends are for. For good times and for bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for. Smiling, smiling, shining, shining. On me for sure.
Out of me for sure, out of me for sure.
That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining.
Thanks to all of you. And that's my thank you to you. So, we're here with nobody but me. And the shirt, the famous shirt that John Delancey himself wore for his panel. Funny little story with that. Yeah, I'm coming in. I don't know. You know, some of you might have heard this story on one of the other videos, but I'm coming in the con Sunday morning wearing the shirt, and I'm like running around all Saturday. I'm just running around meeting people and helping with EFR and helping the EQI guys and everything. So I go over to Wheel of Fine table, and it is roasted. There is nothing left. It's like locusts came through, gone. Right? And I'm like, oh, I wanted a derpy bag, and I wanted this, and I wanted that, and this girl was holding this shirt, but it was a 3X. And she was like, do I buy it? Do I don't buy it? Do I don't? I'm like sitting there hovering like a shark. It's like, put it down, just put it down, just put it down. Sure enough, bing, mine. So I come in Sunday morning, with my shirt on, and all of a sudden, the director of the BronyCon documentary, Lauren, who we had on the show a few weeks ago, says, where'd you get that? What do you mean, this? Yeah, well, it's the last one in the whole show. I bought it yesterday. And he says, well, I need that. It's like, what do you mean you need my shirt? What am I supposed to wear? So I go around to the Wheel of Fine, and sure enough, they had a 3X in the con special shirt, which people have seen, which is this one, with all the characters on it, which I love. And so I bought that one, gave Laurent my shirt, and thought nothing of it. And then later on, John Delancey comes out wearing my shirt. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So to end that story on a really good note, he comes out after closing ceremonies and gives him my shirt back. And he said, I didn't want him to sign the shirt because I want to wear the shirt. So what did he do? He signed the back of my badge from BronyCon.
Nice.
Right there. So, and then he starts to walk away. And he goes, wait, no. And he turned around, and this is my overhaul badge, which people saw, which is my OC character, right? So he flips that over, and he writes, great sport, thanks for all the help. Right there, John Delancey. Isn't that cool? I'm tongue-tied. It's like, oh my goodness. Thanks, John. Thank you. Nice, very nice man, by the way. I got
Is it like one of those speechless moments?
Yeah, it's one of those speechless moments. In fact, it's kind of speechless because on Friday, you know, for the documentary, he actually interviewed me up in a room alone with bright lights and cameras and all that stuff. So that was kind of cool. That was like the stepping stone of the whole weekend. That was on Friday, and it just got better and better and better and better from there. Between catching lasers and dancing the night away and all kinds of stuff. But it was really cool. So the first thing I think we're going to do is go through the swag. Okay, everyone wants to know what kind of swag you get at these conventions, right? So first piece of swag is this wonderful tumbler with Rainbow Dash T mark on it. That was awesome. That was about I think I paid $10 for that. That was cool. So now I got one for the show. And then somebody was selling these really cool patches. Embroidery, Ethopony Embroidery. That's the gentleman on DeviantArt. So I picked up Lunar Republic and a little Rainbow Dash, which I can put on my biker jacket. So I picked those up. Someone was going around with a really small snow globe, which was really cool. He was going to give it to Andrea Libman because it had a Fluttershy in it, and it was built off this little resin Fluttershy, which he gave me. Everybody see that? Which is really detailed and really cool. So I'm going to paint that up myself. That's going to be really nice. So that was kind of cool. And then we had the release party for My Little Pony trading card sets. People were buying boxes of these things. And they were like $53 a box. So I was going, I'll buy one. So we opened this up. And what do we got? We got Carousel Boutique. Pretty cool. And then we got Aloysius. Pretty cool. And then we got, let's see, what's this one? We got the Cutie Pox. Don't want to get the Cutie Pox. And then we got little balloons tattoo. You know, those stick-on tattoos you used to get back in the bubblegum packs when I was a kid. And then we got, foil card, which is Elements of Harmony foil card. That's one of, I don't know how many. You need to do that. Then you got this little pop-up with Twilight Sparkle. And I'm not popping it up because it's probably worth more unpopped up than popped up. So I got that. And then somebody was very nice and gave me the Cheerly card. Yay. So I got the Cheerly card. Yay. Without having to buy a whole stinking box. So, but these are really cool cards. There are some mistakes on them, and people have been catching the mistakes already. I think the worst one is that Tank is owned by Pinkie Pie. No, Tank is not owned by Pinkie Pie. No. And then they gave out this really cool rarity. Check this out. Isn't that freaking cool? I mean, that is sparkly. It is awesome. And it was only available if you were at BronyCon. So they actually punched your badge to make sure you didn't get two. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. And let's see, someone gave me a Luna badge. Luna button. Love the Luna button. And a little Fluttershy button. Little flutter. How do you make these things so small? Wow. And let's see, Equestria LA gave me a button. And I got this really cool Brony button. I'm not sure who gave me that one. That one's kind of cool. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh yeah, I got a couple of Cloisantine pins. Ooh, I gotta get this back off of here. I got the Traveling Pony Museum. Right there, Traveling Pony Museum. And then somebody came up to me and said, we're gonna play a game. What's your favorite pony? And I said, Cheerly! He said, great, here, have a Cloisantine pin. So I got the Cloisantine pin for Cheerly, which I was gonna order, but I got it for free, so nah. Yay. Yay. So that's pretty
quite the spree.
Yeah. Yes, I did the collecting spree. And I actually very good friends with Pixel Kitties and Pixel's family brews, and they always do a brew for, well, they did a brew last year for BronyCon and for January's BronyCon. So I brought Pixel a bottle of Stone IPA, which is a 10th anniversary beer. You can only get it here on the West Coast. So I packed that up in my suitcase and I took it to her, and so she traded me for one of these. Brew Free or Derp, which is actual beer produced by her family, which I have yet to crack. It's cold. I might crack it on the show. Not sure yet. But I might actually do a whole video on cracking this baby, because I'm really looking forward to this one. Yeah. So that was kind of cool. That's like most of my swag. I didn't buy a lot because I was running around meeting all you and helping with the EFR. And oh my goodness, if nobody knows the story of why the live stream was derping so bad, you're gonna get it right here, right now. So the venue had promised us X amount of throughput, which is 2.0 up, at least, right? When we got there with our $10,000 worth of live stream Wi-Fi equipment that we were going to do E3 from the floor reporting with, we had a 0.44 up. Now, some of you savvy people don't know what that is, but 0.44 won't run diddly squat up to the internet, much less live stream it over Wi-Fi. So we ended up being tethered to the little area where, right in front of the main stage, to do interviews. So Joe and TechRat were basically stuck there doing interviews and couldn't do anything else. Whenever they went somewhere else, they had to record instead of actual live streaming it. So they continued to do the best they could do, and they did a wonderful job, by the way. A wonderful job getting everything they could for you. And recorded it all, which we are slowly pumping out as the week goes on, because it was gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs of video, which has to be edited down to be useful. So be patient, and it's all coming as fast as possible. But if we had gotten the throughput that we had been promised, I was going to do floor reporting, and they were going to do floor reporting, and we were going to do a little bit, we were going to do a lot more than what actually came through the live stream, and EFR apologizes for that. But there was nothing we could really do. Our hooves were tied. Oh yeah, actually I got this too. Brony band. I have to remember exactly who gave that to me. But the gentleman was really awesome. He gave one to all the EFR staff. And they either Twilight Licious or Brony, and they were really cool. So that is pretty much what happened to me, other than going into New York proper. Got to walk around Central Park. Got to watch the people that work on the Broadway shows actually have their own softball league. Who would have thought? So I'm walking around Central Park on Friday. No, it was Thursday. And all of a sudden I see all these softball teams in the middle of the day playing softball, and they all had like names of different Broadway shows on their jerseys, and it's like Wicked's playing Lion King. I was like, whoa! I sat there and watched that for about an hour, and that was kind of cool. Then a buddy of mine, called me up from Brooklyn, a guy from Detroit that I know, lead singer of the Dirt Bombs, Mick Collins, and he was in that video. He was the colored gentleman that I took a picture with. And we just hung out for like 2-3 hours drinking beer and hanging and catching up, because we hadn't seen each other in about 5 years, and it was wonderful. Go back to the hotel, and everybody starts showing up. Bronify starts showing up, and Dinoda shows up, and Cyril the Wolf shows up, and Zach shows up, and oh, we just had a great time. It was awesome. So and that's really the whole thing about going to a con is not so much being there, is it meeting your friends. I mean, a lot of these guys I met on the internet have helped me with my music, and we've had a lot of fun together online, between Final Draft and the rest of the EFR staff, and Joe Stevens and TechRat and all these guys who I basically knew over the internet. And it was wonderful to get to meet these guys, and it was wonderful to get to work with them live on under the pressure of getting things done, and meeting some of the musicians, Bronified and Denotive, and oh, here's a really funny story. So the musicians panel, which is like the first panel on Saturday, is about to start, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take one last through the vendors area. And as I come around the big corner around where the autographs is happening, all of a sudden I see the Living Tombstone, who I'm a good friend with, and it's like, oh, I haven't met him yet. It's like I come running over there, and the documentary people are filming him, and it's like I grab him by the shoulders and go, Stone! And he turns around and he goes, Dusty, save me! What? He can't get away because everybody wants his autograph. He's signing stuff about as fast as he possibly can. So it's like, oh, okay. So somebody shoves something in front of me, and I sign it, and he signs another one. I said, okay, gang, we gotta go. And I turn him around, whoop, by the shoulders. I'm like forcing him through the crowd, and so we get over to the other side where main stage is, so he can be there for the panel. And the guy running the camera for the documentary goes, wait, hold up, let us get in front. It's like, so I'm like, dude, move it, coming through. And I dump him in front of the stage, and he gives me this big hug. It's like, oh, thank you. And that's like a theme for the entire weekend. Whenever he saw me, he would run up and hide behind me.
Yes, you're his bodyguard.
I'm his bodyguard whenever he's within 5 feet of me. That was kind of funny.
For hire.
Bodyguard for hire, absolutely. And another really great is I went in Sunday morning, and because we're EFR, we got to go in a little early, and all the voice actors and actresses come in, and Peter New, who does Big Macintosh, is come in, and he doesn't have anything to do. He's not really on the morning panel for signing autographs. He's just there, and I said hello to him, and he recognized me, amazingly enough. And we actually had a really nice about 20-minute chat about this, that, and the other thing. And right near the end of it, you know, I was talking about, you know, helping kids who give me questions and all this kind of stuff, and he thought that was cool. And right at the end of the chat, before we had to go, he says, you know, dude, I thought I was the manliest Brony in the world because I voiced Big Macintosh, but no. I've seen your videos. I went, Peter New thinks I'm more manly than Big Macintosh, so thanks, Pete. I about floored myself. I about fainted. But other than that, I think I'm going to throw the floor open to questions because we really have an open show tonight. It's a little hot today.
Oh, it's hot here too.
It's hot. Oh my goodness, it's hot in this room. Thank God I got 3 ciders today waiting to go.
I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but Celsius is 31?
31? Isn't that like 92 degrees?
Probably.
Wow.
Oh, I've been sweating bullets ever since I got home.
Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna throw it open to the chat because we're really open to everything today because we couldn't get the guest we wanted, and we wanted to just break down BronyCon. So if you went to BronyCon, give us a little thing about, you know, what you did, or if you met me, or whatever. You know, if you want to ask any questions about BronyCon, if you want to ask questions about me, about that, if you want to ask any other questions, just, you know, shoot. So we're going to go question and answer for a little bit. And we got a brand new sponsor this week. Brand new sponsor this week. So don't go anywhere. The new sponsor will come up in just a little bit. So, Screwy.
There we go, a bunch of people.
Woohoo!
Let's see here. This one's from Dance Fox Dance. Question is, do you have a family? Wife, kids, etc.?
No, I don't. I am a single gentleman. I have a twin brother who lives in Ohio. I have a little brother who lives in Michigan. My parents live in Michigan. And I have a niece and 3 nephews, which I spoil from afar as much as I can. So, yeah, I do have family, but they are back in the Midwest. So I basically live alone, go out on dates, you know, that kind of thing. So
for all the ladies out there.
For all the ladies. Yeah.
Oh, you're just hitching up over the internet.
Woohoo! Woo! Yes. Next.
Yeah. This is from Dev Knights. Did Dusty get any cider given to him at BronyCon?
Actually, no. I got beer given to me.
Woo!
Beer. We actually went and bought cider. So we had. There's a picture of our little fridge in our room. I had Denotive, and I had Cyril the Wolf, and I had Sean Zhao in my room. And they went and bought a bunch of liquor, a bunch of booze, and we had cider. They actually bought some cider for me, which was awesome because I was stuck at the con doing EFR work. So they actually said, "Oh, we got cider," and twittered me a picture. It's like, yes. So we did have some on Sunday night, so it was awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
This one's from Sax M13. Question. You're going to EFNW, right?
Everfree Northwest. Correct. I am going. I will be buying my plane ticket this week. I'm already registered. I've already got my hotel room. All I gotta do is buy the plane ticket, which I have to register my truck this month, so the money was a little tight, especially just coming back from BronyCon. So I will be buying the ticket this week, and I will be there. Absolutely.
Going as well. So is most of EFR.
Most of EFR is going to be there. Yes, and and you know what? We're going to make up for the BronyCon derps by doing the exact same thing we wanted to do at BronyCon, which is E3 style floor reporting with Wi-Fi stuff. So as long as we get the internet throughput that we're promised, you guys are going to get a better live stream from us coming Everfree Northwest.
Yeah, can't wait. Just going through the questions. This one's from Bricky149. Question for Dusty: why no hats today?
Why no hats today? It's hot.
Yeah, there you go.
It's freaking hot in here. Sure, I could go over here and just, I could put the hat on, but it's kind of hot to be wearing leather. So I take the leather off, and because it's really hot, I could like put the safari on because it's got a sweatband in it. Like so I could be wearing the safari like that. But I'm not really feeling the safari today. So take the safari off like that, and then just come out and do my Panama Slim. I think we'll go Panama Slim today. What do you think, Screwy?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I don't think anyone wants to see you like drenched in sweat as you're on this show.
No drenching in sweat today.
Ooh, this one's from Saber Spark. Yeah.
Saber! Hi, Saber, buddy.
Hey, Saber. We love you.
I love you.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. The question is, when you were meeting fans, which moment was most sentimental to you or meant the most to you?
Oh, geez. Saturday. I'm walking through the con. I think I was over by the tail stage, and I'm walking through, and all of a sudden I hear this, two little girls, couldn't have been 12 and 9, come running across the hall and yelling, "Dusty!" and like hug me around the legs. And I'm like, "Parents, where's the parents?" And all of a sudden the parents come walking up, and they're smiling. They're smiling wide and taking pictures, and I'm like, what has just happened? These two little girls, one, know who I am, and two, their parents have absolutely no problem with them running up to a biker-looking guy and hugging his legs. Okay? And they're fans. Their whole family are fans of mine. And I get down and I sign little autographs and take pictures. And everything is really, it really hits me right there. It's like, not just bronies watch me. A lot of people watch me. So I have a responsibility to you and to the rest of the fandom and to a lot of people that, continue to do what I do it right, and don't, go off the deep end. Because I won't. I really want everybody to have fun when they come and watch my stuff, watch my videos, and watch my show. So, to all of you, and to those two little girls, I love you. Next.
That is awesome, really. This one's from Jordy Boothie, and I must say, right now over chat is, Jordy, thank you very much for the picture. That was amazing. I gotta show you it later, Dusty. It's
okay.
Just, wow.
Yep.
And the question for both: are you or have you been part of any other fandom, and did you contribute anything to those fandoms like you have with My Little Pony?
Yes. I don't know if anybody has read the BronyCon breakdown by Headless Horse on the Pony Stable, or the Round Stable, excuse me. But Headless Horse is a very old friend of mine, going on 20 years now, and we both came from the anthropomorphic fandom. And I did art, and I did stage play in that fandom for going on 20 years. But I found that I wasn't having any fun there anymore. There were things going on in that fandom that I just didn't like. So I sort of started easing myself out of that because I didn't like what was going on. I still have friends, still have plenty of friends in that fandom. But for me, it just wasn't that fun anymore. And then Brony came along. My Little Pony came along, and I became a fan of that. And it now feels like furry used to. Excuse me, French, but anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphic used to back in the early days, back in the early 90s, when we had 4,000 people at a convention instead of 24,000 people at a convention. So that's why I'm having more fun here. I haven't completely left it. I have friends there, but I did a lot of different things in that fandom. From making, I made a movie, did a lot of stage production, and did a lot of art. I actually had some comic book release work with Antarctic Press in the mid-90s. But yeah, basically there, and I went to a couple of sci-fi conventions. I wouldn't say I'm a huge sci-fi fandom guy, but I've been to sci-fi conventions. So that's about it, you know. So yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about that, you know, you can go read Headless Horse's article over on The Round Stable, and you'll know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was actually a furry beforehand, but as soon as the Brony family came along and Skipsy got me into that one, I kind of turned away from it, and now I just, oh my god, ponies left and right. It's
Pony,
swag.
Swag.
This one's from Starstream. A question for Dusty.
Starscream.
Starscream.
Didn't Rainbow Dash kick your butt enough? Why are you coming back here?
Question for Dusty. Did you manage to hug Lauren Faust and the VAs?
I got to hug. I didn't hug Lauren Faust. No. I got nowhere near Lauren Faust. Nowhere near her. She was way too busy for me, so I never got near her. I wasn't going to stand in that long line. I got to spend time with Lee Tolkar and with Peter New, and a little time with John Delancey, and Nicole Oliver. I actually got to hug Nicole Oliver. I got to hug Cheerily. Nice. I did. Yay! I did. That's my fanboying right there. I'm done. So yes, I got to hug her, but I didn't hug anybody else. I bro-hoofed with Tolkar and New, and that was about it. So it was really fun, but I was doing a lot of work for EFR at the time, most of the convention. So it was very hard to get get close to the VAs. I was pretty much more flabbergasted that everybody wanted my autograph. So I went from there. But that's it.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna be doing a lot of hugging when I go to the next con. My arm's gonna be so sore.
Dude, you know what? I've gotten an oak board, and I'm like doing this on an oak board because when we get to Everfree Northwest, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to have some really strong knuckles.
So much pro-movement, yes.
Yes.
This one's from Laser Palmtree. Yeah.
Yay, Laser!
Yeah, Laser. Question for Dusty. Will you sign one of my laser projections next con?
Of course I will.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if anybody doesn't know, Laser Pone 3 did this really, really hot laser show during Bronypalooza. It was awesome. He had to point it at the ceiling because his lasers aren't nothing to play with. He's got was class 3 or class 4 Pone 3. Let me know. But anyway, they will burn your retinas out, and they're nothing to play with. So he had to actually point it up at the ceiling. So it was in the rafters a little bit, and we didn't see a lot of it. But he put a video up on EQD. Check it out. Awesome show. But so he's done, but he's actually doing laser projection while Bronypalooza is going on. So they did all of the acoustic music, and then Living Tombstone comes on, and all of a sudden he starts playing Discord, and all these kids were on stage. I have no idea what they were doing on stage, and I'm like leaning up against the stage. And I got my sunglasses on. Just like that. I'm leaning up on the stage, just bopping my head, having a good time, listening to music, because I love Living Tombstone. And the little worm in the back of my adult head goes, the stage is bouncing. About like this. And there happens to be a class 4 laser right there. Literally 3 feet above my head to my left. And my little human brain goes, and sure enough, there's a class 4 laser headed for my head. So I pull one of these, I pull back, and it hits on edge, and I bear hug it like I'm tackling, Mean Joe Green or anything. But I tackle this thing, and luckily it's pointed straight up. So the really harmful lasers are pointed at the ceiling. And I've got this thing, and I've got my head over it. I'm trying to get his attention. And all of a sudden he looks, he goes, oh my goodness, optics! And he puts his hand over the optics and shuts it down with his other hand. And I look at him, and he looks at me. At Pone 3, tell me if I'm wrong, but didn't we say to each other, it's like, wasn't that fortuitous? Or something that equally weird? I don't remember exactly what we said. But it was like, we look at each other like, did that just happen? And did that just happen at all? And it could have been so bad if that thing had fallen and pointed at the crowd. you know, just the right place at the right time. I have no idea why I was there or why that happened, but for some reason I was there and fortuitously, you know, noticed what was going on. And I'm not saying it would have been anybody, could have been anybody, but it was just I was just lucky to be there. So yeah, I'll sign wherever you want. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some signatures from you when I get around to it. Saber Stark, Saber Spark. You know,
does Saber Stark have that thing in his chest that powers his whole body? You know, it's like Saber Stark. There you go.
He says, Dusty, tell them the story about when we first saw Tara Strong at the con. This I gotta hear.
Should I? Oh my goodness.
Yes,
so,
you should.
It's Thursday. No, it's Friday. Friday. We're all in there getting our badges, or waiting for our badges, or had gotten our badges, I don't remember. And it was me, Saber Spark and Paleo, and Bronified, and a couple others. I don't remember who all was there. But as I'm talking to him, this hot-looking woman comes walking in the front door. I mean, she's in a low-cut dress and heels and a split skirt and the whole thing. And the first thing out of Saber's mouth is, "Oh, she looks too good to be here. She looks too good to be here at BronyCon. Oh my goodness."
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's like, and she had glasses on, right? She had sunglasses on, so we didn't really know who she was. And then she goes over and talks to somebody in the registration line, and then she comes back. And after about 3 seconds, the hindbrain goes, "Tara Strong." And it was Tara Strong, looking about as hot as you could get, going downtown in Hollywood. And it was like, all of us just were like, dumbstruck, dumbstruck. It was like, oh my goodness, I just thought that about Tara Strong. She's married. Stop it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Stop that. Man. Stop it.
Stop it. Get out of your head right now.
Oh, and then she's dancing on stage with Living Tombstone shaking her badonkadonk. And it's like, okay, that's Tara Strong. I keep thinking to myself, yeah, that's Tara Strong doing the badonkadonk dance next to Tombstone.
Yeah.
That's, Yeah, I was actually thinking this week, someone actually made a badonkadonk sign, to, you know, Tara's badonkadonk, and put that up on Twitter. I'm thinking, do I need to redo that song? Because there was a country song that was talking about badonkadonk. And I'm thinking, maybe I need to do that song. I got plans in the back of my mind, man.
Saber says, do it.
Do it, Philly. I know.
Do it now.
I was working on music today, actually. So, that had crossed my mind. So, yes. That was freaking hilarious, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yes. Next.
This one's from Cowboy Dave. Yes. Freaking love Cowboy. Question: is there anything you wish you could have been that could have been different at BronyCon?
The only thing I wish that could have been different was the audio at main stage. The audio at main stage was the worst I have ever seen at a convention. You couldn't hear a dang thing 2 rows into the audience, much less in the back. They had nowhere near enough PA for the room size, and it basically got swallowed up by the room. You couldn't hear it at all anywhere. That was the only thing that was really bad. Basically, they had the same PA setup for the tail stage, which was perfect for the tail stage because it was a small area. And then you had to try to put the same amount of audio into this huge room, which just swallowed it. I mean, you couldn't hear anything. So I don't know what happened there or who set that up. But next time, if you haul that big, get enough PA that everybody can hear, because it was really bad. So that's the only thing I really wish would have been different, other than the way they handled the autograph line. I don't know what happened there, but there was way more people than time for people to sign. So basically, they kept selling vouchers, and the line kept getting really long, but there was no time for the VAs to actually sign that many autographs. So it's I don't know. Maybe the way they handle that needs to change. But hopefully they take what happened, like all good people do, and learn from it, like all good people do. So yeah, that's the only 2 things I really had a problem with.
this one's from the game. He asks Screwball.
Time to play the game!
If you went to BronyCon, would you have tagged along DustyKatt? Yeah. Hey, wouldn't I? Well, come Everfree Northwest, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure I find you no matter
We're
what.
going to take a picture we can put up on the site. So, we're going to take a picture we can put up on the site for the show. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Wait, there was another question I just got to... Oh, here we go. Okay, once I read, I'll tell the story behind this one, or you can, Dusty. You probably know about it too. Is a question for Dustin Screwball. If you were Brony napped, like that one Brony at the airport, who would you wish to Brony nap you?
Who was Brony napped?
What happened was, I think it was Terrastron, or I don't know what happened, but one of the VAs actually sort of stole away one of the Bronies, from what I heard. Yeah.
What? And I wasn't there? What happened? What?
What is this?
So they were there, and Tara Strong or somebody said, "Oh, you have a Brony shirt on. I'm going to the hotel," and they Brony napped them and took them to the hotel.
Tara Strong and Megan McCarthy was the one that did it.
Oh, took a straight. That was very nice. I did not heard that.
That's so.
I had
nice.
not heard that. That was so
Oh my
nice
goodness.
of them. Absolutely. If I had been Brony napped, I would be trying not to become an idiot. I would have a nice adult conversation with them, and try not to stick my hoof in my mouth. That would probably be the extent of it. So yeah. Ow.
Who would you want to be Brony napped by?
Oh, dude, Peter New and Toker. I want to go drinking with those. I want to go drinking with those two, because that would be an evening. That would be an evening. Oh my goodness. That's all. That's all Peter New did, was he twittered about what he was drinking all weekend. My kind of guy. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tokar or Terra? Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Or
I'm hoping to get Lee on this very show. I'm hoping to get Lee Tokar on this very show. We've discussed it, and I just need him to contact me, and we're gonna make it happen. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Not confirmed yet.
Not confirmed. Not confirmed, but stay tuned.
Pray to Celestia.
Yes.
Please.
Dude, you know what happened? I went straight past commercial time. It's time for the commercial.
Do it.
But we have a brand new sponsor this week. A brand new sponsor for you. I've been working the floor. I got a brand new sponsor while I was at BronyCon. So all of you people, check this out.
Got a letter to send? Maybe a package, or even a piano? No problem. Here at Derpy Mail, we, mostly be me, but we sounds better, can deliver with almost perfect precision. 80% of our packages arrive in great condition. What's the other 20%? Well, friends, that's 20% coolness. So why wait? Ship with Derpy Mail today and almost never lose a package ever again. We at Derpy Mail take no responsibility for lost, damages, or misdelivered items. Deliveries may cause frustration, diabetes, bubblegum, and muffins. Please ask your doctor before using Derpy Mail.
That's right, ponies. Derpy Mail is your one-stop and only shipping option in Ponyville. Stop into the office and pick up some stamps today. You will also find t-shirts, hoodies, messenger bags, and hats from WeLoveFine.com for all of your derpy needs. And remember, Derpy Mail, when it absolutely positively has to be there. Sometime.
There it is. I don't know what happened there, people.
Your face is back.
My face is back, but live stream, like I'm paying for it or anything.
You were live for 2 minutes.
Was I now?
What?
Yeah, just a little bit. I had to interject. Sorry.
Final draft is here, everybody.
Oh
Final draft is here. Yes.
Star.
I'm interjecting because on behalf of the IRC, we're all sitting there like, you're good, Dusty, you're good.
Ah!
So I
Stupid live stream.
Live right as you guys.
Stupid live stream.
That's when I turned away from IRC. I should have said something. I was the one time.
Dusty,
What?
if I am interjecting,
Yes.
You've got to tell the people about our little foray into Manhattan, because we had like an awesome time.
I'm not done yet. I got another freaking 45 minutes of the show.
Yeah, come on, Final.
God.
What is this?
These guys are gonna kick my ass.
Be pushy or something. God,
No.
you'd think you were the boss. God, you'd think you were the boss or something.
I was totally not the boss at that convention. Let me tell you, Dusty was the boss. Like, I had people like coming up to me with like a pen and like a poster, like, all right, they're going for the signature, and Dusty was with me, and they'd walk up, they're like, hey, can you like lean over so we can get Dusty to sign this poster on my thing? Like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, fine.
It's all right.
Yeah, fine. Anyway, that's Derpy Mail. Derpy Mail is the #1 mail service in Ponyville. In fact, it's the only service in Ponyville. So, if you need a package sent to Ponyville, you need to get with Derpy and buy some stamps. And that was actually animated by Derpy Hooves over on YouTube, and audio by our own Bald Dumbo Rat. And you can go to WeLoveFine.com at any time and get all of your Derpy needs. Use EFR10 and you'll get 10% off your entire order over at WeLoveFine.com. And how many people out there actually got through to WeLoveFine.com last week when they had their 25% off sale?
Oh, I got 3 t-shirts.
I did. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure how many other people did, but man, they need to up their stream or something. You don't want a denial of service just because customers want to give you bits.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Oh, it took me like 15 minutes just to order 1 t-shirt.
Yes. It took me an hour and a half to order a Derpy bag and a t-shirt. So, yeah, we need to fix that, people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But anyway, hopefully we'll have some news about certain t-shirts next week. I can only hope. I did talk to their representative there at BronyCon, and they were talking good things were happening with certain t-shirt designs. So hopefully I'll have some news next week. So Final Draft did bring up that the EFR crew in Bajate went into Manhattan on Monday because we all had flights out in the afternoon, and we said, hey, let's go get lunch or something. So we went down. We went down to Times Square, and I had been there on Thursday, so I ended up becoming the freaking tour guide. So we go down to Manhattan and get off the bus and start walking around. We go into Hard Rock Cafe, take some pictures of the Beetle Brony stuff, and come back out, and we hit the center of Times Square, and you saw the bumper that I made for the beginning of this show, which was actually filmed in the middle of Times Square. And Tech Rat and Joe Stevens helped me with that. Thank you guys. And then we went down the street and we got some New York City pizza right there in the middle of Manhattan. That was awesome. And we get out of there and we run up to Rockefeller Center and take some pictures there. And then we got to NBC Studios. We didn't go up to we should have went up to the top draft. We really should have, but we didn't. And then we walked back and we ended up at this beautiful cathedral just off of Times Square. I can't remember what street it was on. I think it was 43rd. Beautiful cathedral. You go into this place and you're like, wow. It was nice. So we end up going back to Times Square. At that point, we all went into the Times Square Toys R Us. You know, you got to do that when you're there, especially if you're Brony. So we went into Toys R Us, and we all end up at this little kiosk. I mean, BronyCon's in town, and there's like 2 halves of a stand-up that have pony material, and that's it. In all of this Times Square Toys R Us, where pony is the hottest thing in the world right now, you've got these 2 little kiosks, and more than half of it's blind bags, which has been completely thoroughly trashed because there might be 20 left. No, it was maybe 30 left on this entire end cap. And we're going through it, and Bajati pulls out the codes, and we start going through the codes, and there's another kid and his mom, like, standing right there, looking at us, because we're all adult males, going through the codes, and he starts, and then he recognizes me, and he recognizes Draft. He goes, you guys are Everfree Radio, aren't you? And we go, yeah, how you doing? And we're all going through this stuff, so we take this picture with him. And then Bajati tries to explain pony to these out-of-towners who are like picking up the big pony brushables, and try to explain pony to this Middle Eastern family. It was really funny to watch him try. So we ended up with like a Crystal Dash and a couple of others, and I bought the Crystal Dash, and a couple of guys bought some other ponies, and then I find out after I bought the Crystal Dash that Bajati didn't have one, and I felt bad because he helped us look for all that stuff and he had the codes and everything. So we're walking down Times Square, and me and him get out front, and it's like I take the Crystal Dash bag, and I just like sock him in the chest with it. And he goes, "What?" It's like, "It's yours." He goes, "What? It's yours." "I don't care. It's yours. I already got one." So I was going to give it away on the show, but you need one, so you wanted it. It's yours. He goes, "No." I said, "Yeah, it's yours. I'll pay you for it." "No, screw you. Screw. It's yours." So he was like, "Okay." Don't argue with Dusty. Just take the toy. So that was fun. That was fun hanging with the guys. And then we grabbed the bus back, and I think Heatwave had to get to a plane real fast, so we got everybody back. And then right as we got back, Joe Stevens and I grabbed the same bus back because we had to go back to grab trains to get to our airport. So I took the A train all the way from downtown all the way out to JFK, and then I was gone. But it was pretty fun. That day was a gas. It was really fun. Next.
This one's from Bricky149. Question for Screwball: do you make coffee for Dusty? I had to ask that one because it's. Yeah, I'm gonna
I don't drink coffee.
And he's gonna get cold.
I don't drink coffee. He wouldn't be making me something I don't drink. Now, if he was keeping my cider cold, he'd be on the job. But he doesn't do that.
What's the pay like? He's gonna totally get on that.
I'll double it. I'll double exactly what you're getting now. Double it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
0. Yeah. Okay, this is from Chaotic Harmony. Question for Dusty: was there anything at the con that you really wanted but couldn't get?
Are you kidding? There was art and stuffed animals, and there was posters, and there was tons of stuff I couldn't afford. And it's like, oh my god, I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that. One guy was walking around with this bag full of ponies, stuffed ponies that he had made, and I was like, right as I was coming in the door, he was like showing these off. I don't know this guy from Adam, right? And I'm about to go upstairs and be interviewed for the documentary. And he had this Luna, which was absolutely perfect. It was beautiful. And he said, "Here, look at these, Dusty," because he knew who it was. So I'm looking at this and I go, "Dude, can I borrow this? I'm about to be interviewed on camera. Could I borrow this?" And he doesn't know me from anybody, right? He says, "Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead." Okay. So I take the Luna with me up the stairs, and I sit in a room with hot lights and a camera, and I'm mic'd for sound, and John Delancey is asking me questions, and I have my legs crossed and I have Luna right there on my thigh while I'm answering questions, just like she's not even there. It's like, "Here's Luna, just sitting right there." So they end up with they finish with me and take all the stuff off, and I go downstairs and I immediately find the guy. I say, "Here, thank you very much," and I give it back. And I said, "Are you selling these?" He said, "No, I bought all of these. They're mine." It's like, "Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for loaning me your Luna," which was really kind of funny because it's like some guy out of the blue asks you, "Can I borrow your Luna?" and then runs away with it. And that's how trusting this gentleman was of me. It's like, "Here, take my $300 stuffed animal and do whatever you want with it." So that was kind of fun. But yeah, I really wish I could have picked up one of those because the ones I saw there were like, they were so good. So and a lot of the Sculpey ponies, Sculpey artists were there, and those were nice too. So yeah, lots of stuff I couldn't afford. So, but I had fun. I had a great time. Saving my money for the other convention so I can go there. So some of you people who couldn't see me at BronyCon can see me at Everfree Northwest or see me at Equestria LA. So I can either buy stuff for myself or I can go to conventions. One or the other.
All my
or put tires on my truck, or put tires on my motorcycle, or fix things.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So.
This one's from Her Doctor. I hope I said that right.
Hair Doctor being German. Hair Doctor.
The question is, what are your thoughts on the Island of Equestria project.
What's the Island of Equestria project?
He gave me a website, which I just posted in the RC, and what it is, and this actually kind of astonishes me, I don't really see it happening, but this is pretty cool, is that there's going to be an island dedicated entirely to the Brony phenomenon.
What?
Yeah, that's what people hope for.
Who's the billionaire that owns the property?
Yeah,
you know, buys
exactly.
the island and installs the ferries and installs the infrastructure and all that. What?
Oh, Saber Sparks his $600,000 goal. Yeah.
To buy a what? To buy an island?
To buy an island towards the Brony fandom, so it's like a 24/7.
An island where? An island where?
Oh, we're 1 second. I gotta search through here.
Where?
I'm not too sure. Maybe
England?
Anywhere.
Off the coast of
maybe,
California? Off the coast of Baja? What?
Maybe it could be like right in my backyard.
That's just.
I have no
I'm sorry, guys, but that's just weird. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just. I think the Bronies have better things to do with $600,000 than to buy an island off the coast of somewhere.
I say that goes towards plushies.
I say that goes towards charity. That, you know, people that need it more than we do.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to go to, you know, Toys for Tots, or that needs to go to, you know, the little girl that Tara Strong is trying to help, or it needs to go to, you know, the charity that Maddie Peters is fronting. Child's Play needs that money, you know. But, you know, $600,000 to selfishly buy an island so a bunch of Bronies can have in their own little, you know, sandbox to play in, you know, that's kind of selfish, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion. You know, so
Chaotic says it would be in the Philippines and Indonesia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's kind of selfish, if you ask me. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be. I wouldn't be behind that.
Just tore a hole into them there.
Yeah. I just bucked a hole in that whole freaking, you know, idea. But, you know, that's what I do. Next.
1 second, I'm going through. Oh, this one's from Pinkie Pie. Question is, have you ever cried from a sad fic?
Heck yeah, I have. I cry at movies. Yes, of course I have. You know, anybody who's not, you know, in tune with their emotions and has to put up this steely exterior, you know, isn't really into, you know, being true to themselves. I mean, yeah, I used to be that way when I was a kid. I used to be that way in my 20s, where I couldn't show that I had any emotions whatsoever. I was this steely-faced guy who, you know, didn't show his emotions and didn't cry in front of people and didn't have any feelings. And, you know, it cost me probably the best relationship I ever had in my life. You know, and, you know, I still miss that girl to this day, and it was my own fault. And I learned from it, and I moved on from it, and you know, hopefully I don't make the same mistakes in the future.
Yeah. I cried in movies and stuff. I'm sort of an emotional guy, so woo.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Sweating. Sweat.
Oh, I'm
Gonna
still
make you
sweating bullets
sweat, baby. Let the music take control. Let the music move you. Next.
This one's from Chaotic Harmony. Question is for you, Dusty. Who was the person that you wanted to see the most at the con, and did you see them?
Yes. I wanted to see Bronified. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to, you know, brohuff him, and we spent a good amount of time together. And then Denotive, who was rooming with me, we didn't spend nearly enough time together because he was off with the musician guys and I was off doing EFR work. But we did have a room together, so I got to see him more often. Cyril the Wolf, got to spend some time with him. That was great. I got to meet everybody I wanted to meet, pretty much. You know, Saber Spark and Paleo and Jack's Blade and all the guys. Got to meet them all. Got to spend time with them. Got to have meals with them. It was really awesome. I mean, and then on top of that, I got to meet Peter New and Toker and all the people. You know, it was really, really awesome. I don't think there's anybody there that was there that I didn't meet, or that I wanted to meet that I didn't. So that was wonderful. I had a really good time meeting all the people, and Joe Stevens and Tech Rat and Heatwave and all the guys. So it was really a wonderful weekend. I really can't even put it into words. I really can't. I can't put it into words how wonderful it was. I mean, when it ended, I was like on the plane home going, I need to do something. I need to keep it going. So I kept looking out the window, taking pictures of clouds, thinking Rainbow Dash was sleeping on them.
Yeah.
So yeah. It was awesome.
It just makes me so pumped for more for Northwest already.
Yes, it's only a month away. I need some money.
7 days.
I need to sell some. I need to sell a kidney. Yeah, whatever.
This one's from Bricky149. Question for Screwball: does Dusty keep you as a slave?
No.
Do you? Not to my intellect?
No. No. He has a 25-foot leash at all times. You know, if he was a slave, it'd be down to 8.
Oh no.
You know.
Oh my god.
No way. Not at all.
This laugh is bad. I'm gonna have a heat stroke here.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. I should have grabbed some more of that rhubarb slush. Oh. Okay. Gathering my thoughts. 1 second, go through a question. For Dusty, did you, this one's from Sunshine. For Dusty, did you join Jack Blade's Flash Mob for the Smile song?
Yes. I was right there in the back. If you saw the video, I was right there. I was right there.
Right. He stands out, guys.
I wasn't in the front because I can't dance for nothing. I can't. You've seen my video. Okay? You saw my 5,000 subscriber video. I can't dance. Okay? I try really hard, but I can't dance very well. So I let him take that whole thing. And I just, as soon as it started moving forward, I was in the back clapping and singing and having a good time. But yeah, I was in the middle of it. Yeah, we were there. And that was one of the best experiences of the whole weekend. Really, because all the Hoosier Bronies, excuse me, the Hoosier Bronies, hi guys, started that whole thing. The gentleman in the rarity in the outfit with the white hat, who had Rarity's cutie mark on it, is the leader of the Hoosier Bronies, I believe, if I'm not incorrect. And they started that whole thing singing in front of the thing late at night, and all of a sudden Smile started, and Jack's Blade just started dancing, and everybody started dancing, and it went from there. So they started it, Jack's Blade sort of pushed it, and then Saber Spark got in on it, and then I started singing, and then the whole thing blew up. The whole thing blew up. And then the documentary guy was actually filming the whole thing, and you saw his head spinning. It's like, what do I film next? Oh my goodness, what's going on here? So it was yeah, it was awesome. So those guys started it, Jack sort of shoved it, and it just blew up. It was awesome. And it's only that was one of only like 15 like things that happened over the weekend that were so spontaneous and awesome. You know, it was just weird. It was just right place, right time the entire weekend as to what was going on.
This one is from Asian Stereotype. Asian Stereotype is best pony. I love that name still. Question for Dusty: is that natural gray in your beard?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I'm 44.
That's from all the wisdom.
I'm 44 years old, people. 44 years old, which means this starts getting gray. So yeah, you know when horses get old, their muzzles start getting gray. You ever see an older horse? Basically, all the stuff on their muzzle from here back to about here gets gray. So yeah, we have a term back in anthropomorphic fandom called the gray muzzle. So basically, you're either old or you've been around the fandom since dirt. So yeah, so basically, you know, I'm a literal gray muzzle pony. So literally.
This is from Cowboy Dave. Question for Dusty: have you been asked to be on any panels at any conventions?
Not yet. Not yet.
Soon.
I actually got a little guy up here for Cowboy Dave, so he's gonna pop up here. There he is. See, Cowboy Dave. Yay!
Yay!
Yes, I know it's Brayburn, but that's for Cowboy. I knew he was going to show up tonight, so I got him a little headshot.
He says thanks with a nice big heart.
Yay! I love Cowboy. Now this, I just put up on the screen. We're gonna devolve a little bit. We're gonna go off to the side. So this little picture that I just put up on the screen was made by a very good friend of mine, and his name is Baron Engel, and he's been a professional artist for going on 25 years. And if you look at this thing, you'd think it was painted, wouldn't you? That's colored pencil, people. Yes, the man is that good at colored pencil. And on top of that, he has a dreamscape going on. He actually has vivid dreams. He actually goes into his dreams and lives them. It's very few people do it, but some do. I think he's one of 10% in the country or in the world that has that. So he does things like he has 2 or 3 different dreamscapes going on in his head at any time. But right now he's sort of stuck in Equestria as a pony, as a pegasus, and he just got on DeviantArt and has started putting a lot of his pony and some of his older art up there. So I wanted to have you people check that out, and that is his DeviantArt account right there, Baron Engel. http://baronengel@deviantart.com, and check his stuff out, because yes, there's some anthropomorphic stuff on there. Don't worry about it. Go check out the pony, and you're gonna love a lot of what he does. The second thing, he's been doing different ponies on motorcycles. So that was his character Cogs, which he did for me because he did one of Rainbow Dash, this one, that he said I couldn't have because he was selling that at a convention. And sure enough, if it didn't sell, I could buy it, but sure, of course it did sell. So he did Cogs for me. Cogs is a character, an OC character that's in his dreamscape. So he did Cogs for me. So this is Rainbow Dash. This is actually the background on my Android phone. I couldn't have it as a drawing, so I put it as a background on my Android phone. So I have it at all times. So he's been doing these little drawings of ponies on motorcycles. And he's been doing, it's not all he does. He's just pony is doing everything. So little scenes out of his dreamscape all the time. So if you want to go check that out, I'm sure you're gonna love it. And hopefully I can get him on the show soon. There's Pinky on her scooter, and I think that's the cutest thing. That's the cutest thing. I love it. Yes, I mean that's saccharine right there. I need some insulin. So I just go and check out Baron's art. He's a very good friend of mine. Comes over. In fact, he plays roleplay pony with us. In fact, he was here last night playing roleplay pony with us. So they come over all the time. So I'm always seeing what he has new in his sketchbook, and that's all pretty cool. So check that out when you get a chance. Okay, we're gonna go back to questions.
Questionnaires. Yeesh. This one's from Pony Quest. Question is, would you ever do a live show from the floor of the con?
Very difficult. I've thought about it, but it's really hard to do. I might talk to Draft about it for Everfree Northwest. I missed last Monday because I was traveling. I'll be traveling again during Everfree Northwest coming back. So maybe dropping like late Sunday night, West Coast time. But that makes it really late on East Coast. I don't know if he wants to actually, take time out of coverage of the con to have a live show. So I think we'd rather do coverage of the con than have, DustyKatt's live show, interrupting it. So I'd rather be a part of the coverage of the con than have cut away for me interviewing people, unless we want to get a bunch of really great interviews live, which might happen.
Oh,
Draft.
Final says there are plans. I'm going to do that, Dusty.
There are plans.
Evil plans. Evil plans. He's laughing or something right now.
So awesome. Yes. So I think Draft and I will be talking after the show. I think you can be guaranteed of that. So don't hold your, it might happen. It might. So next.
There's a comment here that actually says, I don't know how to say the name, Rena Horrific. I hope I said that right. Screwball, tell Dusty that Baron also has an FA account that's been around since 07.
Yes, he has.
I can give you that link.
Yes, he has. He started to put a lot of stuff over on DeviantArt because people won't go to FA. Bronies won't go to FA just because it's FA. So he's actually started the DeviantArt account just because people won't go to FA. And I understand that. He's a very good friend of mine. I know all of his art. I've had a $1,000 commission done by him for me. So, yeah, he's a very good friend of mine. I know everything about where everything is. So, but most people won't go to DeviantArt. So that's why I told him, hey, you need to start a new place over here. So he's got the new one going. So everybody check it out. And he's gonna be uploading stuff in waves. I think he does like 5 or 6 pieces at a time until he gets caught up, and then we'll start doing more pony stuff. So check it out. Next.
This one's from Starstream.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, what do you think of the auction?
What did I think of the auction?
Yeah.
The auction was fun, basically. You know, I as a joke, I took clippings of my mustache hair, and auctioned them off for charity in the charity auction. A lot of people were paying a lot of money for a lot of stuff, and I thought maybe it'd be funny. And a couple of guys started bidding, and one guy paid $115. $115 for my mustache hair, and I signed the little vial and I gave it to him, and thanked him for it. So Child's Play got $115 for my mustache hair, which was awesome. So we've got a little bit of time left in the show, so I'm going to pull Final Draft in here right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Right now.
Oh no.
Get your butt in here.
Get your plop.
We're going to talk about this live show stuff.
Oh yeah. It scared you with that, didn't it?
You scared me with that live show.
Oh, and
what are these plans? What are these plans you have for me without telling me?
I thought we talked about this.
Well, you had inclinations that something might happen, but no, you didn't tell me it was like a done deal.
Well, okay. So for the people who are listening right now, I guess should I tell them what the situation is? The sitch?
Yeah, tell them the sitch.
There's no shortened way to say situation.
No.
Okay,
tell them the
so
sitch.
here's what's up. As many of you guys know, Everfree Northwest has a significant EFR presence that's going to be there. Dusty's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Screwball's going to be there.
Yay.
Saber's going to be there. Paleo's going to be there. One Trick, 8-Track, just a whole bunch of people. Cowboy Dave, I think, is going to be there. Just about everybody.
Yep.
We're right now working out on the schedule as for how the panels are going to play out. There are going to be some pretty awesome panels there from what I'm told. The one I'm really looking forward to, that unless things change, I'm going to be moderating, is going to be the Cutie Mark Crusader panel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm so jelly.
Part of our original agreement with Everfree Northwest, and something that I'm still working on with well, and actually I'm talking to him right now with Royal, who's their head of events, is whether or not there will be time for certain EFR shows to be live streamed during the convention. So if you give me all of 1 second, I can confirm or maybe about that. So just one moment.
You go right ahead. I'll take another question.
Okay. 1 second. Can we go? Sorry. I'm now unorganized and I feel terrible.
Do I need to like pull
tie
it down?
my leash?
I need to tie your leash a little tighter, don't I? I'm gonna take it down to 20 feet.
Oh no! The closer I am to you, the better.
Yep.
Yay! This one's from Hair Doctor.
Hair Doctor.
The question is, how would you rate the Confunk 0 to 10?
How would I rate that con 0 to 10?
Yeah.
I would give it a 9, only because of the audio problems. Only because of that. It was awesome all the way around, except for the audio in the main hall, and that was just it. Everything else was great, except for of course the autograph line. But I didn't get in the autograph line, so I didn't have that frustration because I saw what it was and I went, you know what, I'm not going to play that game. So people wanted to play the game and they sat in the line and they got their autographs, and maybe they think it's a bad con because of that. But I didn't play the game, so therefore it didn't affect me. So I thought it was a really great con myself. I think they did a really great job given what they had to deal with from January to now. everything that they went through, everything in the background that you never heard about, that they had to go through to pull off that con, and did a really, really good job of it. I applaud them, standing ovation, that they could pull it off. Really good job.
Yeah. This one's from Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight's here! Yay!
Yay!
She's back!
And she apparently loves this. Who won the arm wrestle, Dusty or Jax?
It was a stalemate.
Oh!
I'm not kidding. It was a stalemate. And now another gentleman, the one who was walking around in the Big Mac costume during BronyCon, the minute I got there, he actually challenged me to an arm wrestling match. And I said, okay. So we go over to, this stand-up area where they were selling snacks, and they hadn't started selling snacks yet. And I put my arm up, and he put his arm up, and sure enough, he went full bore, and I'm just sitting there. I let him burn himself out, and sure enough, 2 seconds later, boom! Down he goes. And he looked at me like, you didn't just do that. 2 out of 3. Okay. Down he went. So immediately 2 out of 3. And then when Jax and I met, and that picture you saw where Manliest collides in my video, basically we're doing a stand-up, handshake sort of thing, and he couldn't get the better of me, and I could not get the better of him. So it was basically a stalemate. It was a stalemate, and it was like really cool. We're sitting there, we're both trying really hard to get the other's goat, and neither could. And it was really awesome. I
think time and space broke when that
happened.
happened.
The time space continuum was started to rip. That's the only reason I stopped. The only reason I stopped.
Well, and Jax Blade is like the nicest guy in the world. Like,
yeah. Absolutely,
I'm so happy to meet him.
Absolutely, he's awesome. And hopefully, we're going to have a new show by Jax Blade. I'm calling it out right now and right here.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I can tell everybody who's listening that I told Jax, and I told him publicly too.
Yes.
I think even on the stream,
yes.
I was so excited. I said, I don't care how.
I don't care.
But you've got to be on EFR.
Yes.
Because I love that guy. He's
yes.
he's so positive, and he's got such a great outlook on things.
I think I'm going to talk to him, and we're going to come up with a show concept, and I'm going to try and get him on EFR. Whether he's going to come back to my show and do a segment on my show, or I'm going to give him his own show. But mark my words. By the end of this year, he's going to be on EFR.
Oh, it would be before that. It will be before that.
Absolutely.
I mean, man's awesome. I love that guy. Okay, so I'm getting a delayed response because the head of Everfree Northwest's events is currently on his phone. But here's what I can say. First of all, I want to tell one story real quick that you haven't talked about, which is, as a lot of people know, I was hosting a few of the panels at the convention, and just a few of them, the smaller ones.
The smaller ones. Yeah.
And by the way, I should say that when I was mentioning people who are going to be at Everfree Northwest, I didn't mention Nash.
Yes, Nash is going to be there.
Nash,
absolutely.
You guys are using the online IRC, like the combined viewer.
I got a story. I got a story to tell all you people about Nash. I got a story right now. Okay, when the stream derped at the beginning of BronyPalooza, that man in the dark coded a brand new website from scratch that could go over to another live stream site and then go back to our live stream address so that all of you people would not miss BronyPalooza. And he did that within 20 minutes.
He did
like that. Okay?
He was crazy.
In the dark. In the dark.
We had to scramble to find a light because the only reason he had to see the keyboard was because he's used to a Swedish keyboard. Yeah. And, it's just amazing.
And on top of that, he's doing it on an English keyboard.
Yeah.
And he's Swedish.
Well, the first time I met Nash, I should say...
Swedish people.
First time I met him and I was talking to him, I had absolutely no idea he was Swedish.
None whatsoever. I didn't even know.
I thought he was from Tennessee. I thought his name came from Nashville.
But it's like,
and I'm like, where are you from? You from the South? He's
if all you people had any idea, the things the EFR crew went through to bring you the live stream we did. Okay, if you had any idea of the sacrifice and everything that everybody put into that live stream, you'd stop your bitching.
Well,
Wait,
I might
no,
have something
birching.
for you in a second, but
Birching.
okay. So I was talking about the panels. The reason I bring this up is I don't know if the cameras caught this or not, but as some people know, I did the Lauren Faust panel.
Yes, you did.
During that panel, we were talking about how many bronies there were out there, and apparently one trick was trying to wave at me from the AV booth and tell me how many people were watching live on the stream. And of course, I was really absorbed. Unlike some of the comments on YouTube, I was really focused on that interview.
Yes.
So I had my notebook out, so I was poring over my notes and I was crossing things out or whatever. And suddenly I feel something slap my foot. I look over, there's Dusty with a notepad and the number 3500. I'm like, oh God.
Yes.
There are 4,000 people watching me online.
Yes. Yeah, so there's probably 3,500 people in the audience. And 3,500 people on live stream. 7,000 people watching this thing with Tara, like, right now. And I was like, I kept going up there trying to get your attention. I was like, oh, come on, just look this way, Drat. Just look what, oh, screw it, smack!
Yeah. It surprised me, but of course, you know, when you're in that mode, when you're moderating a panel in front of that many people, you have like a subconscious routine or something of not to react.
Yes.
So I had to like flinch inside.
Yeah.
And I look over and there's Dusty, and it's like, well, but Dusty is a pillar of strength at that convention. Let me just tell you, he doesn't speak highly of himself, but he should. Wherever he went, the crowd calmed and kind of like became more, how to put it, more at peace, more at center with itself. You know, the bronies smiled. They flocked to Dusty. They looked to Dusty for leadership, and he provided. He did. Yeah, roll your eyes, but it's true.
Yeah, right. I'm just this guy who drinks cider and makes funny videos.
Well, my favorite part about
that's
this
really all I
is
do.
that, like, during when we're setting up for the convention or whatever, EFR had press badges. Dusty had like a special badge, but he didn't have the press badge.
Right.
So I get this call on Sunday morning, and it's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. He goes, "Yo, draft. Look over towards the curtain." I look over to the curtain, and there's Dusty standing there. I'm like, I'm on it. I just walk over. I'm like, he's with me. Let him in. I think I did that for Saber a couple times too.
Yeah, because we only had so many press passes.
Yeah, they only gave us a select number.
Yep.
Well, I'm getting the first half of what I might be able to announce for you, Dusty, but I have to wait for poor Royal Coat's phone to catch up with Skype. He's cruising through Seattle. So
we got like 8 minutes left in the show.
I'm thinking I'll get a response here. I just don't want to announce anything.
I know. We can't do it. We can't announce anything until it's final. I know that.
So I can tell you something else, by the way, for people who saw me online or whatever. So today, I told Dusty this, I think, a little earlier today. For people who saw me online during the convention or met me in person or whatever, today I was trimming my beard, and I trimmed it too close in one part, and I got a bald patch. I no longer have a beard.
Yep.
Oh, that rage quit moment. Oh,
rage quit moment. I don't need a beard anymore. Wow.
That happened to me with my goatee. I was trimming it too far. Oh my goodness! So I just screamed and cut myself.
It didn't hurt, but I'm gonna grow it out. But right now, I look like a mid-'80s car salesman.
Yes, you do. As a matter of fact.
You see the picture. I look like you give me a checkered jacket and like some thick-rimmed sunglasses, and I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Like I was so
absolutely.
I couldn't get rid of the mustache, no matter how crappy it was.
And it is crappy, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It is.
Yours
it's
isn't
horrible.
So great itself, I can say that because I'm thousands of miles away. That was the other thing. Dusty was the second person I saw at that convention. The first person I saw was Silent. I mean, aside from the people I met in the airport or whatever, because I hung out with Bajati most of that day at the airport. But I get to the Holiday Inn lobby, and I see Silent across the way, so I yell at him. I'm like, Taylor, get over here. Then, as I'm talking to Taylor, from out of my peripheral vision, I see this fuzz, followed by the chin, followed by the gleam off of his bald head, Of course, I would have had a much more dramatic reaction but I was so out of it because I had been traveling for 12 hours. And I'm like, Dusty.
Yes.
There you are.
Yes, I have that on. I have that on video, by the way.
Did you videotape
Yes.
that?
Yes, I videotaped it. I have it. I didn't use it. I didn't use it for the video I produced for this show because I'm using it for blackmail.
Oh God, I probably looked like absolute hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like,
You needed a haircut bad.
I still need a haircut bad. You know, that's that worst feeling in the world, by the way, when you get done with the panel and you go back and watch the YouTube rips, because everybody posted the rips of it. I'm like, my God, am I shanked.
Need a haircut.
You could see the sheen off of my locks from across the room, and I'm like, oh God, why didn't anybody tell me? And then I realized, thank goodness they didn't. Can you imagine being self-conscious of your hair? Well, Dusty, you don't have this problem, but can you imagine being self-conscious of your hair in front of thousands of people? I'd have been twirling it while I'm talking to Lauren. I'll be like, so Lauren, you know, have you had a good day?
Yeah, I can see it now.
What Zoxy says, Philograph, is we shall both get haircuts in Seattle, matching hairstyles, Liberty Spikes. Let's do it.
Wait, he's finally agreeing to get a haircut? I just spent the week with Sockware, with Nash, 8-Track, and with the three of them in Houston. And first thing I said to Sockware, well, I knocked on the window of the car. I said, "Excuse me, are you a purveyor of Sockware or other foot items?" And he didn't think it was funny, and it probably still isn't. But then the next thing I said is, "Get a damn haircut." Yeah, well, it's true. I am a nerd. I see that sucks. I'm watching the embarrassing. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to right now confirm this. Dusty, you ready for this?
I'm ready for this. Do it. Do it, Philly.
Do now.
At 10 p.m. on Saturday night of Everfree Northwest, how would you like to do an hour-long live Stay Brony's my friend? Or Stay Brony my friends.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! So awesome! Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Put it on a program. We're doing it. 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Pacific Standard Time, Saturday night, will be a live Stay Brony, my friends.
Be only an hour long.
It'll only be an hour long.
10 to 11 p.m.
10 to 11
Just
p.m.
got it confirmed by Royal Coat, the very capable, by the way. This guy is really good program coordinator for Everfree Northwest, and
yes.
A great guy. I went up to Vancouver with him a couple weeks ago, and really nice guy, very, very professional. So if he says it can be done,
it can be done. We are going to do it. 1 hour, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at Everfree Northwest. Stay Brony, my friends, is going to be live.
That would be, I think,
live from the convention.
18th. I think it's the 18th.
I think it's the 18th. That means,
now,
you know what, Draft?
You
know what, Draft? You got to get me. You got to get me a guest lineup like you wouldn't believe.
I'm working on it.
I know.
You guys don't see this. Dusty's like throwing out names during his show, just making sure that I'm following up. But I am.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the only thing is that we want to make sure it doesn't that this time slot doesn't cut into the concert that's going on that evening too. I'll make sure of that. But one way or another, for now.
One way or another.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. Saturday night.
10 p.m. Saturday night.
We're gonna have a live.
And Dusty, have you heard that Everfree Radio is going to live stream the entirety of Everfree Northwest?
Are they?
They sure are.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Both of the venue spaces.
You know what?
All of the panels.
I had not heard that.
And you know what you also may not have heard?
What?
Is that, Equestrian Inquirer is going to be there as well.
No.
Barring unforeseen circumstances. And the most surprising of all, Dusty, you yourself...
What? Me? I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there.
Nobody tells me nothing.
If you could flip a table, I get the feeling you would, right?
I'm flip a table right now.
Do it.
Just
do it.
I don't have a table to flip. I got a $350 monitor on my table. I'm not flipping it.
Knowing Dusty will show up at the convention, he'll be the second person.
Here, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip my hat. There we go.
He's gonna flip his hat. There we. Wow. And there goes his new shot glass. I mean, come on.
Oh my goodness.
What while we got all these viewers, 'cause
Yes.
we got a lot of viewers right now. I should say, guys, during the convention, I was incredibly busy the whole time, but Dusty was like a pillar of strength for the EFR crew. Honestly, like all of us were like, when he was around, he was somebody, you know, just like you could sit down, you could relax, you could talk. He's one of those guys, by the way. If people don't know this in person, that's just incredible. You need people like this, you know, in your life, and so he's waving. Is that a can opener?
That's a can opener. I'm going to use it on you if you keep embarrassing me.
Looks like that looks like a medieval weapon of war.
It is.
But yeah, no,
It is a can opener that it is a can opener that a manly brony would own.
He was an incredible help. Like Dusty wasn't there in an official EFR capacity or anything. Like he wasn't assigned, but he was always there with the EFR crew, helping out, like asking what he can do, and just being like incredibly, you know, kind and generous towards everyone. He bought me a bottle of water at one point. I mean, this is just the guy we're dealing with here. So I just want to like just, you know, here I can't really do my push to talk and applaud at the same time. But here you go. There's my back of the hand applause for you, which is well deserved.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
And
with
one of those thank yous that's really fun to do.
And with
because
that,
it embarrasses you.
I know. And with that wonderful announcement that Stay Brony, my friends, will be live at Everfree Northwest for an hour on Saturday night.
Don't close it yet.
Why? What do you got?
I want to ask one more question.
Okay, you can ask one more question.
Just one more.
That's one more.
Kill me.
Go ahead. One more question.
Repairman Man question asks, are you psyched for the premiere of Reading Rainbow?
I am psyched for the premiere of Reading Rainbow tomorrow. It's right here on the weekly call-out list that I was about to get to. Right now.
There's one more to add there that I don't know that got added.
Probably not, because I wasn't given it.
Were you given one that starts with the letter C?
No.
That's a new program to start for tomorrow?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay, so everybody should know this. If anybody knows about MLP Vector Club Weekly, what they used to be, they were an art show. EFR picked them up. We're going to do two episodes tomorrow. Time to be announced of the new art show on EFR. Ooh. They went with the name Cutie Art Crusaders.
I love it. Cutie Art Crusaders. Got it.
Yep. So the time will be announced.
Announced.
There'll be a post made about it by tomorrow.
Now, is that gonna be a live show, or is that a taped show?
That is a pre-recorded show.
Pre-recorded show. Pre-recorded show.
Yes, it's about art. It's about the visual media.
The visual media.
I like art.
Yes. That which is worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
So, all right,
yes.
I'll let you have your show back.
Okay. Thanks, Draft.
Stealing.
No problem.
Thanks, Draft. Now get the hell out. Isn't that exciting, kids? I'm going to be live. Live. Well, I'm live now. But I'm going to be live from Everfree Northwest.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
All of you people can be like around me, screaming and hollering and having a good time watching me, if you're going to be there. But anyway, we're going to go with a weekly call-out sheet. We just heard about Cutie Art Crusaders tomorrow, time to be announced, which is going to be our new pre-recorded art show. So they're going to be doing, I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be doing, but check it out. So they're going to be talking about all the fandom art that has happened over the week or over the 2 weeks, however often that show is going to play. Also tomorrow, brand new show, Reading Rainboom, which is going to, I'm going to read the copy right here. Reading Rainboom is a bi-weekly show dedicated to producing high-quality readings of Friendship is Magic fanfiction, featuring a large cast of experienced voice actors to provide voices for the characters in addition to the usual narrator. The show aims to provide you with a more immersive and varied reading, more akin to a radio play than an audiobook. And if you've ever listened to a radio play, it's awesome. That's going to be every other Tuesday starting tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Okay? And then we're going to go to the one and the only and the great Equestrian Inquirer, EQI. The comedy and news show straight from Ponyville with Tech Rat and LLT Moose and with Joe Stevens. And that's going to be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sketchy Sounds live songcast. Catch the 2 hours live set of acoustic music with Sketchy. Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Brony Breakdown with Saber Spark and Paleo is Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And then your Mistress of the Night, Nightmare Moon, takes over the Lunar Republic Takeover Show. All requests Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I was her guest last week. I hope you caught that. Saturday Night Songs with Michelle Krieber every Saturday night, except when it doesn't happen, when Michelle doesn't eat her spinach. Every Saturday night, Michelle, who is the voice actress of Apple Bloom and the singing voice of Sweetie Belle, will premiere a new song Saturday nights, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Then we have State of Brony, Trance, Electro, and House at Saturdays, 11 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Radiant Eclipse is the last show of the week, and that is Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You know what, guys? This list is getting long. And we keep adding to it. It's almost like we're a network.
Yes. Maybe we are.
Maybe we're a network now. Maybe you all come to see all these really great shows and listen to the music and see all of us here who entertain you all the time. It's amazing. I think we're a network now. What do you think?
Yes.
I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. So, thank you all for joining me again this Monday night and sticking around for my usual dose of silly. And hopefully we'll have another really great guest next week. Hopefully we can get Rob Bob off of his family vacation and get him in here to talk about everything animation. Or we might get Lee Tolkar soon. So there's some stuff in the works. Plus we're going to be live in just a month out at Everfree Northwest. And who knows what kind of freaky happenings we're going to have sitting in the middle of a convention trying to do a live show.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And I'm gonna have that one. Screwball is gonna be there with me, live on camera.
Oh my God.
Live on camera.
You're gonna see this face.
I'm gonna see that face live on camera. So, for everybody here at Everfree Northwest, for everybody here at EFR, for everybody here at BronyCon, for everybody here, we just want you to have a really great week and to come see us again next week. And love you all.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.